It's a common belief amongst many that you must drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. You might have heard this at least once in your life, whether it be for the purpose of remaining perfectly hydrated throughout the day, or so your body can have enough fluids to flush out all the bad toxins in your body. But is this 8 glasses of water rule based off of scientific evidence, or is it just a myth? Before we dive into this, we must first explore what this rule means and where this rule came about. The 8 glasses of water a day rule, or sometimes regarded to as the 8x8 rule, is a recommendation that a person should drink at least 8 glasses of 8 ounces of water each day. Many have speculated that this rule originated in 1945 when the Food and Nutrition Board of the National Research Council wrote, "A suitable allowance of water for adults is 2.5 liters daily in most instances. An ordinary standard for diverse persons is 1 milliliter for each calorie of food. Most of this quantity is contained in prepared foods." When you break down the ordinary standard of a diet consisting of 2,000 calories a day and combine it with their suggestion of 1 milliliter per calorie, you get 2,000 milliliters. If you then convert a standard 8-ounce glass into milliliters, you get about 236 milliliters. Now, if you divide 2,000 milliliters by 236 milliliters, you get a little bit over 8 glasses of water. Over time, people simplified this to 8x8. Other speculations are that this rule originated from popular nutritionists of the past, such as Dr. Frederick J. Stare. Dr. Frederick J. Stare wrote extensively about healthful eating and nutrition throughout his career. He was amongst the first to conduct scientific studies of the links between diet and heart disease. In 1942, he was one of the founding chairmen of the Department of Nutrition at the Harvard School of Public Health. This department was one of the first at any modern school of medicine or public health throughout the country. In 1974, Dr. Stare co-authored a book that stated the following: "How much water each day? This is usually well regulated by various physiological mechanisms, but for the average adult, somewhere around 6 to 8 glasses per 24 hours, and this can be in the form of coffee, tea, milk, soft drinks, beer, etc. Fruits and vegetables are also good sources of water." A common theme gathered from both speculations is that the 8x8 rule was not clearly mentioned. In the 1945 excerpt, we had to extrapolate the information in order to come up with the 8x8 conclusion by doing a little bit of math. In the excerpt from Dr. Stare's book, we see that his comments on water intake is not necessarily a concrete answer. Somewhere around 6 to 8 glasses of water a day is much different than saying at least 8 glasses of 8 ounces of water a day. Now, it's easy to see how information from both sources could be easily misconstrued. It's much easier to simply remember the 8 glasses of water a day rule than having to calculate out how many other sources of water you have drank throughout the day. So then, how much water a day are you supposed to drink? Ultimately, this comes down to many factors such as activity level, environment, and your overall health. You can be active or sedentary, live in a hot or cold environment, or have certain medical conditions. Because of all the different factors that can affect daily water intake, groups such as the Committee and the Institute of Medicine have stated that, while it might appear useful to estimate an average requirement for water, otherwise known as an year based on data is not possible. There is an extreme variability in water needs that are not solely based on differences in metabolism. Because it's so difficult to estimate, should we continue following the 8x8 rule? A simple recommendation from many health professionals is to simply judge yourself on this. Are you rarely thirsty? And is your urine colorless or lightly yellow? If you can check off both of these boxes, then you're adequately supplying yourself with water throughout each day. So in the end, it turns out that the 8x8 rule is just a myth. Water intake levels vary on various factors, and the much simpler approach to daily water intake is to just monitor what your body is telling you each day.